HIMARS is the name of America's high-mobility artillery rocket system. Due to the 2022 Russian invasion of Ukraine, the M142 high-mobility artillery rocket system, HIMARS, has recently received a lot of media attention. Subscribe to AWZ so you can watch the videos we have ready for you in the future. The HIMARS is a wheeled precision attack weapons system with full-spectrum combat experience that is 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, lethal and responsive. Long-range precision firing are one of the Army's major priorities for modernization, and HIMARS helps this goal by serving as a combat-proven stalwart in the Army's array of launchers. The rocket launcher demonstrates its power and deadly payload by supporting brigade combat teams with close and long-range precise rocket and missile fire for joint forces, early entry expeditionary forces, contingency forces, and field artillery brigades. HIMARS is used in theaters all around the world. According to Colonel Guy Yelverton, Program Executive Office Missiles and Space Strategic and Operational Rockets and Missiles Project Office Project Manager, we have an excellent workforce across the country dedicated to the sustained success of HIMARS. I am quite pleased of our collective work to provide high standards to soldiers and field artillery units all over the world as a field artilleryman myself. High-volume destructive suppression and counter-battery fires are used in the HIMARS to assist joint early and forcible entry expeditionary operations. The wheeled version of the M270 MLRS was created in the late 1990s for use by the U.S. Army. The launcher with a 5-ton truck chassis from the U.S. Army's family of medium tactical vehicles make up the M142 HIMARS, which is substantial but not as enormous as other systems of its kind with a loaded weight of 35,800 pounds and a length of only 7 meters. 6 227mm guided artillery rockets or 1 MG M140 attack missile can be carried by the HIMARS. The weapons are installed in a pod that is identical to the twin ones the M270 has, giving it 50 times as much firepower. The system has an effective targeting range of between 5 and 190 miles given the variety in weapons. The driving gunner and launcher chief are two of the 3 people that operate the high-mobility artillery rocket system. However, a crew of 2 or a single soldier can load and unload the system thanks to the computer-based firing control system. The fire control system has a global positioning system, a gigabyte of program storage, and video keyboard control. The crew has the option of choosing from among several pre-programmed mission sequences that have been saved in the computer, and the launcher can aim at a target in just 16 seconds. Manufacturer Lockheed Martin declined to provide cost estimates, directing inquiries to the U.S. Army's Aviation and Missile Command instead. The launcher itself and separate contracts with different armaments, like as guided and unguided rockets and the attack missiles, account for a portion of the cost of HIMARS. According to some estimates, a HIMARS guided rocket costs between $100,000 and $200,000 per unit, or more than $700,000 per unit when purchased in bulk. According to Darrell Colvin, Program Executive Officer for Missiles and Space, who served as the field manager for the Field Artillery Launchers Product Office HIMARS program during the launcher's initial deployment, HIMARS is a tribute to the dedication and commitment of those who have developed, tested, built, fielded, and operated this battle-tested, lethal, and highly responsive rocket launcher. HIMARS launcher addresses Army readiness now and in the future to achieve overmatch, deter threats, and win the future fight, Colvin said. I commend and appreciate the whole team for supporting the HIMARS mission and providing this essential capability to the warfighter. HIMARS demonstrates its strength on the battlefield and makes the M142 HIMARS available for deployment in worldwide combined all-domain operations through constant preservation and innovative advancement. The United States is the main and first nation to equip the M142 HIMARS. The technology was first made available to the 3rd Battalion, 27th Field Artillery Regiment, 17th Airborne Corps Artillery of the United States Army in May 2005. Since then, it has been used by the Army National Guard, the U.S. Marine Corps, and other branches of the Army. Singapore, the United Arab Emirates, Romania, Jordan, and Ukraine are more nations that have incorporated the HIMARS into their arsenals. Other nations are also in discussions about implementing the system in the future. The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan were the two conflicts where the HIMARS was most frequently used. The technique was employed by the U.S. Army in Iraq to prevent destroying structures when engaging in urban combat, and it was crucial in the Battle of Mosul in October 2016. HIMARS have been used in the Syrian civil war as well. In March 2016, the U.S. Army launched rockets into Syria in assistance of the rebels. A month later, it was revealed that the equipment would be sent to Turkey as part of the fight against ISIS. According to Alexei Reznikov, the military minister of Ukraine, the first HIMARS landed in that country on June 23, 2022. According to the artilleryman of the Ukrainian Armed Forces and the General Staff of Ukraine, Valery Zaluzny, the system was first deployed in Ukraine 2 days later, effectively strike a few enemy military objectives on the territory of Ukraine. Lieutenant General Stephen R. Rudder, Deputy Commandant for Aviation, claims that Marines successfully take out targets with the HIMARS and F-35 in a lethal combination. By combining an F-35B Lightning II aircraft with a HIMARS rocket fire, a target was destroyed, marking an important milestone for the U.S. Marine Corps. At an aviation readiness debate held on Friday towards the Center for Strategic and International Studies, or SISE, the speaker informed the audience that for the first time, the F-35 could be connected to a high velocity to a rocket chute and that it could be targeted at a specific Konex box. Data link was used throughout the shot, according to Rudder. The HIMARS system was provided information about the target's location by the F-35 via sensors. The target was then destroyed by the HIMARS unit. The sensor-to-shooter rudder is the key, as was stated. From the deck of the amphibious transport dock Anchorage, the Corps successfully fired at and destroyed a target last autumn that was 70 kilometers away on land. Future long-range precision attack missiles will be launched from HIMARS launchers by Lockheed's tactical missile designers. Martin Corporation will produce launchers for the next generation of surface-to-surface missiles that can obliterate 310 kilometers away enemy objectives. A surface-to-surface all-weather precision strike-guided missile fired from the M270A1 MLRS and the M142 HIMARS Prism should enter service in 2023. HIMARS launchers will fire the Army's future long-range precision strike missile Prism. Prism will take the place of the Army's M142 ATACMS non-insensitive and cluster munition versions. It will give field artillery units in the U.S. Army and Marine Corps the ability to launch long-range and deep strikes. Using indirect, precise fires, the Prism will eliminate, neutralize, or suppress targets between 43 and 250 miles away. The standard missiles will be capable of striking a variety of targets at distances of up to 310 miles. The main focus of further improvements will be greater range lethality and the capacity to attack time-sensitive moving, hardened, and transient targets. It will prioritize imprecisely positioned area and point targets. The long-range Prism, which has an effective range of around 310 miles and is primarily used for surface-to-surface combat against enemy air defenses, troop bunkers, and armored vehicle columns, will be able to strike and destroy moving enemy ships operating offshore by 2025. A sophisticated multi-mode seeker with improved targeting is being installed in the Prism to support Marine strikes. In preparation for additional testing and eventual deployment, the new targeting seeker has finished a captive carry test in which it flew inside an aircraft against representative targets.
Thank you for watching. If you like the video, don't forget to share and click on the notification button for more of our amazing videos.